Hey, Bomb Squad, welcome to TNT episode 58. It's a Saturday show on a Saturday.
What?
How wholesome is that? That's just like, now we can actually sit here and enjoy. Like, the worst is when we force a Saturday show on like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's just
Like,
a
oh
waste.
yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
Like maybe, yeah. But like now we're actually we're enjoying our day. And now we're going to record this brilliant fucking episode and you guys are going to laugh.
Absolutely.
We're going to have some fun. Tones, how you doing? Of course you had to work today.
Yeah, but the great thing is I'm off tomorrow. I'm off Monday. I'm working Tuesday, but I'm off Wednesday and Thursday also.
Look at that.
I got a nice little stretch. This is like truly like it's just like it really is like a Saturday because like I just have like the whole weekend ahead of me. My own little weekend.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is. It's great.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling just knowing you have absolutely nothing to do for the next 48 hours.
And speaking of tomorrow, so the Bucks play the Giants in Giant Stadium. So we're gonna do a mayor's bet, okay? All right. So what's the idea that you drew up here?
So basically, a little mayor's bet. If you're not familiar with that, a lot of times when teams meet in the playoffs, the mayors make bets with each other. There's usually some hokey shit. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull out the old nipple shockers, right? We're gonna throw them on, and we're gonna have to sing something while being electrocuted. We haven't decided exactly what yet, but I was leaning towards something like maybe Whitney Houston, something you really have to belt it out.
Yeah.
Something real like you need a real hearty voice for. So, it'll be fun.
No spread, just straight up winner.
Straight up. It's going to be a shit show. Just two awful teams.
Hey.
Come on.
We have a great offense.
Yeah, we got a great receiving core and an awesome running back and a good defense, but we're still 2-7 or wherever the fuck.
Yeah. But so I mean, like we beat you, season's still going on. It's a big deal. So like if we lose, then I have to get electrocuted and I have to pout and then sing whatever it is that we're gonna have to figure out. But yeah, all right. Well, let's go Bucks. And also, so the snow, ton of it, I guess. I missed all of it. I was stuck in Jacksonville. I didn't check the forecast before I left, so I packed terribly. I packed for 2 days, and then I went to the airport, sat down at a Chili's, got there like an hour before the flight, more than that, hour and a half. Had plenty of time to get a meal and a beer. And then all of a sudden, my flight got delayed an hour. I was like, all right. 15 minutes later, got delayed 2 more hours. Okay. Check the forecast. Texted everybody. They're like, yeah, it's a shit show up here. So I had to stay in Jacksonville. So I brought this up, or I wrote this down because I noticed another thing. It reminds me of bums and how we never have cash on us anymore. So there's a free shuttle bus to the hotel from the airport that I was staying at. And I was like, all right, great. So I go into the van, guy opens the door for me, puts my bags in for me. I'm like, you don't have to do that, this and that. We're driving to the airport and he's like, oh, you're going to love it. There's so many restaurants around here. There's this, that, there's a Buffalo Wild Wings. I was like, you could stop right there because that's where I'm going. And we get to the hotel, gets out of the car, opens the door, unpacks my stuff. And then I just say like, thanks a lot. And they look at you and they're just like, fucking like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah. They're just like, I thought we had a thing. I thought we had a
like. You think I like doing this job for a living? Like I live on tips, sort of. It's just like I never have cash. Like, what am I supposed? Like, am I supposed to go like on Monday, like go withdraw like $40 cash and just break it, and then just have money for the bums and peasants out there?
Just walk around with like 30 singles at all times.
Yeah, like here you go, pal.
Yeah, I usually have cash because I'll get a tip every now and again. So I just have a bunch of singles and fives and stuff. But
there you go.
Yeah, but like I don't ever go to the ATM really unless we're going to Candlelight because they only take cash. Get some things.
Yeah,
but that's the only time.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's just they look at you like you're a dick because you're not like you're cheap. It's just like no, like I mean, like do you have like one of those little things you could plug into your iPhone and I'll swipe my card and tip you? Like I would do that if you offered it, 100%. But no, it's this cash business. I never have cash on me. I think we need to fix that.
What's that thing that Caleb came up from Barstool with just the tip? It was like the
just
app.
The tip.
Just tip people like that. I mean, that would work there. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But then the other thing I noticed too is when I got into the hotel, so we were talking, like when you have like this situation, your flight gets canceled, it's like 3:45 p.m. and you got to go to a hotel room in a place you don't know. Like, what are you going to do by yourself?
Yeah. You're going to go sightsee. You're not going to do that.
No.
Not like Jacksonville.
Not in Jacksonville. You don't even have a rental car.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no rental car. It's really the only thing you can do is get some food, some beers, and just jerk off vigorously.
Exactly.
Repeatedly.
Just like really just, catch up on some porno.
Just punish your dick.
Yeah. But like the thing that like when you go into a hotel, because I do this a lot, but it happens every time you first set up, you have to set into the Wi-Fi. So you have to like open up your browser and then type in your last name and your room number. But like we always talk about, like I'll do it with my iPad because this is the first thing I'm going to do when I get into a hotel room. I'm going to settle in and be like, all right, like let's do this first. And then
in the room.
I got to like open up a new tab. Like I open up like all the porno tabs, get a new tab and then get the Marriott thing. But like it gives you a very strict, distinct message. Like this is not a private connection. Like your shit can be exposed or you could pay $4.99 for premium internet,
Whoa.
I never get that. I never got it once. I always go with the public. But once you do that, like, because you go to the hotel, you check in, you're talking to the guy who's at the desk or the girl, and then you go upstairs. When you like log in, you open up a porno. For some reason in my brain, I'm immediately like the guy who's at the desk is like on a computer right now. He's just like, whoa, guy who just fucking got into the hotel, just checked in. He opened up a porno. Look what he's watching. It's gay porn.
Yeah, there's like one guy that has like a computer screen that has
he's just like monitoring.
He's watching everybody's Wi-Fi connection. He's like, oh, gay.
Yeah, like, but I feel like I bet a bunch of people who, if you go to a hotel a lot and you connect to the internet, it literally gives you this message where it's telling you, hey, we can join you if we have the right to join you if you accept this term,
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but at the end of the day, who cares? When are you going to be back at that hotel in Jacksonville?
That's what I say. I mean, it crosses my mind. I'm just like, come and get me. Bring it. Call me out.
It's like, I'm queer and I'm here. Come get me.
I'm going to go downstairs and then what are they going to do? Hey, you watching gay porn up there? Yes.
Yeah. Want to fight about it?
Yeah. But anyway, all right. So Saturday show, we got our world famous segments and a classic 4-pack of questions. So Tones, shall we?
We shall.
All right, Taylor Hicks, hit it. Okay. So first segment here, we're going to try to win some money. We're going to do a little horse race.
A little bit of Skrilla.
Yeah, let's get some cash in our pockets for the rest of the Saturday and then tomorrow,
Yeah.
So you have the
4-horse snap decision.
Snap decision.
As soon as I saw his name, I was like, that's it. Snap decision.
The first 3 horses were scratched. So he was the first person you saw when you pulled up the app was Quick Decision. So made sense. I think it's a trap.
Made a little snap decision. And maybe it is, but you know what? You got to go with your gut.
You got to go with your gut. That's what I did. I went with the 15 horse Caledonian. Caledonian. All right. So I'm going to start the race now. So begin the Rudy music. And
money in
here we go.
16th now main track race.
Come on, Caledonian.
And they're off.
Ooh.
Biting Star is the first one out.
Caledonian's a white horse. Didn't know that.
Outside. Uncle Mojo is up close in the early
going. That made a difference?
As they get up,
I don't like white horses.
Greek Alphabet is fourth, racing about 4 lengths off the lead. Then comes Gypsum Johnny, a close-up.
You get the favorite? Oh, no, you get the second
back to Ectobar, racing on the outside of Lunaire.
Come on, Caledonian.
Down at the rail with about 8 or 9 lengths to make up. And Holiday.
You guys getting toast.
It's a pretty compact field.
What's his name? Split decision?
Snap decision.
Snap decision.
Seconds, and it's a Biting Star showing the way. Pulling away now to lead it by 2.5 lengths. Caledonian, Uncle Mojo, Greek.
Caledonian versus Uncle Mojo.
Is trying to get through a narrow opening, now taking the second spot. That group is followed by Gypsum Johnny, who's in.
Caledonian's running a good race. You've been in last the entire time.
All the way up to take the 5th spot. Lunaire is down on the inside. Uncle Mojo is just dropping right out of.
Dropping like a fly.
Mojo is last, passed by both. And Snap
Decision is making a little bit of a move. Making a little bit of a move.
Take the lead. Caledonian second.
Come on, Caledonian. Oh, what a turn. Come on, Caledonian. It's 1-on-1. Just run your best race, Caledonian. Run harder. Come on. You don't quit. Don't quit. Come on, Caledonian. Go. Go, Caledonian. No, go, Caledonian. Don't quit. Don't quit. No.
It will be Holiday Bonus to score by a length and a half. Caledonian was second. Third went to Lunaire, and then Snap Decision.
We should have did show bets.
I mean, I came in 4th, so.
You came in 3rd.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
You
He
sure?
made a little run. I think he said it was Caledonia and then quick decision. Snap decision.
Well, regardless, I lost.
I hate doing these first because then I get such a huge adrenaline rush and I lost, so I'm like devastated at the same time.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we tried doing it in the middle of the show before, but sometimes it would just we get a stone cold horse race. It would just jump in.
We can only keep them paused for so long. That's why. Yeah.
I kind of like those. We should go back to those one day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I really get the adrenaline going. I was like, oh.
Oh, horse race is starting. Fucking cancel everything. Let's go. All right. That sucked. $10 down the drain. It's okay. It was a free deposit day. You don't have to pay the $5 fee. So in a way, we kind of won. I only lost $5 in a way.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll win that back later. All right, let's go to our second segment here, which is It Was All a Dream. All right. So my understanding, we both had a couple dreams.
Yeah, the dream too.
To lead us off.
Okay. So this was about a week ago. Maybe
Mine was 2.
Okay. So I don't remember everything.
Wait,
basically,
soundbite. I got a good one.
Okay.
It'll make sense, but continue.
So basically, I was like being held captive somewhere. I don't know. It was like in like a not like a dungeon, but like it was almost like a bunker kind of thing, and I was just like in there. And I was in there.
This sounds like it has something to do with Room a little bit.
Maybe, I don't know. But I was in there with another person. I think it was a girl. I can't really remember, but we knew that this guy was coming, right? This guy, and apparently I had been in this situation before. I don't know if I've had a dream about this before. If I was just like in my dream remembering that, I don't know. It was weird, but I was like, I've been in this situation before. I knew there was this guy that was coming, and he was a combination of the Hulk and something from The Hills Have Eyes, just like a big, like deformed guy. And
that's terrifying.
From what I remember, basically he brings like a pot of boiling water, and he's gonna like force us to drink it. Like he's gonna hand it to us and be like, drink that. So we came up with a plan. We were like, okay, we just gotta, when he hands us the water, we throw it in his face. And there was like a pair of scissors there. I don't know why he left a pair of scissors there. And we had to, like, as soon as we threw the water in his face, we had to grab the scissors and just like stab him repeatedly, just stab him in the neck and the face and the eyes. I never actually did it. Like he walked into the room and the dream ended.
If that happened, you would have remembered everything. Like it was real. Like that is you're like, your brain was just like drawing this whole thing up. And right when it got to the action part, you pussied out.
But you know what it was? Like I remembered like having to do it before. So like I actually like saw myself doing it like in my memory, in my dream, but like in the dream when he came to do it again, that's when it ended.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it was kind of intense. I don't know. That's like a dream that should be a nightmare, where it's like you're like trapped in like this Hills Have Eyes guys is coming to like make you drink boiling water.
There's no time to be scared. You're in a situation where the Hulk Hills Have Eyes guy is coming. You got a big pot of boiling water and scissors.
Yeah.
There's only one move.
Yeah. I'm not drinking the boiling water. I'll tell you that. Yeah. No, that's all I got. I mean, that's all.
Yeah, that's what they're all about.
Yeah. What do you got?
I got so it was kind of like yours. Like I don't remember everything because there's so much more leading up to it. But I was at a friend's house, but like I didn't know who the person was. Some house, like some, Yeah. And his older brother was Ace from Stand By Me, Kiefer Sutherland. And so we were talking. I was talking to Ace, and we really hit it off. And like he was with his buddies, like they were in the back. But I was just talking to him. He was in full like Stand By Me, like it's good to have this guy on your side. Yeah, kind of deal, because he's a fucking terrifying dude. And we were just shooting the shit on music, and he said something about Velvet Revolver, and I was like, "Oh, dude, Velvet Revolver sucks." And then he pulled out a knife and was just like, "You're gonna regret that," like he doesn't Stand By Me. And his buddies like got up and stood around, and I'm just sitting in a chair, and they're all standing across the table, and they're huge, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" So then he was pretty much just taunting me from that point on, saying like, once my mom leaves, like you're going to have hell to pay for saying that, Velvet Revolver sucks. I don't even know that band. I just know they suck.
I had never even heard of them. So I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're bad. And so the mom leaves, and I just get into this mode, Tones, where I'm just like, I'm going to die. That's it. Like I'm it. So like, fuck it. I'm not going to be a bitch to these fucking bullies from the 50s. You like hardos, like you fucking want to kill me? Go ahead and bring it on. you know,
greaser sons of bitches,
greasers. But like Ace was like a real like. If you see Stand By Me, it's a terrifying character.
Yeah, no,
you know? You don't want to fuck with that guy. So she leaves, and he's just like, "You're dead, man. Like it's time." And I was like, "You know what? Do what you got to do. I stand by what I said." You know, Velvet Revolver stinks. Fucking shoot me. You know. So he comes up with the knife and he puts it away, and then he just slaps me across the face, and I just eat it. You know, didn't even. I'm like, is that all you got? And then another guy came up. One of his side guys came up and slapped me in the face again. Turned and I just ate it, and I was just like, am I just going to be sitting here eating slaps? I could do this all fucking night. I could do this forever, you pussies. That I ended up waking up pretty much like right after the second guy slapped me in the face. But
he just like slapped you, woke you up, and just like whoosh.
Like, but I ate Ace's fucking clap. You know, that he smacked me right in the face, and I just looked back at him like pussy. I didn't say that, but I said it with my eyes.
Is that all you got? Just staring him down.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I guess I won. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what happened after that. Maybe he would have pulled out the knife, but yeah, I mean,
it's a pretty cryptic ending.
Yeah. They'll leave it open to interpretation, you know.
Yeah. But, you know, if they wanted to kill me, I was, even if they killed me, I still think I won, you know.
Stood up for what I believed in.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, you don't see that anymore. You know, you say something and you stand up for something you believe in on Twitter or something like that. People just hate it. You got to delete it. You can't stand up for it anymore.
Yeah. No, you gotta fight for the right.
Velvet Revolver sucks. You tweet that, all the Velvet Revolver fans are gonna come after you. I'm gonna kill your fucking family. You know? Like, all right, I gotta take it back. I ain't taking it back. Bring it on, Ace from Stand By Me.
Kiefer Sutherland's just like subtweeting you.
Yeah, just chirping me about Velvet Revolver. Oh man. All right. So segment number 3, we have a new segment. It's been a while since it's been a while since we've had a new segment. So this new segment is called Buy or Sell. Okay. So you buy on all right, let's give some background. It's just, I mean, like, you don't have to really explain it. It's like a first take, like, are you buying or selling Dak Prescott sort of thing?
Yeah.
You know, right? So our first inaugural buy or sell, Jesus Christ. So what you buying or selling Christ?
I'm buying Christ the man. I'm selling Christ the God.
Okay, so you think he's what was the religion class thing? He was either a good man, a God man, or a madman. Like that was the whole thing.
I never heard that, but I think he was a good man. Yeah. Maybe a madman. I don't think he was a God man. I think he came along. He said some good things, right? You know,
yeah, great things.
Some great things, you know. Now all the miracles and stuff, I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say. But what I do know is all that shit was written like hundreds of years after he died. So it's like the game of telephone. It's like maybe like the start out like, oh, he showed up with a bunch of fish and bread, and then all of a sudden it comes out he's just like multiplying fishes and bread, or maybe he just showed up to the party with a bunch of wines. Like, no, he turned the water into wine. It's like we don't know. We don't know what actually happened.
Like nobody does that anymore. Like that was the first and last time.
Yeah, no one has done it since then.
So that works both ways. It's either it's total bullshit or like he was Christ.
He was Christ. Yeah. I mean, walking on water. I don't know. Is it possible? Maybe if you get like enough, like if you get like a running start and you get like the right angle,
you get the right picture, like the right frame. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. No,
you do it. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's more likely that he was an alien than he was actually a god.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But how did he speak their language if he was an alien?
Well, so no, this is what happened, right? The whole immaculate conception thing. This is a little theory I've been working on.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't. I got it from Ancient Aliens.
I'm fascinated because there's a lot of plot holes in that. You know, I mean,
yeah. Well, no. So it's not like he just came straight down from the heavens. It was like, hey, what's up? I'm here. Like, no, because the immaculate conception, right?
The Virgin
it's impossible.
Mary.
Yeah, it's impossible for someone to get pregnant without,
losing their virginity.
Exactly. So, but the theory is that aliens came down and hit her with the artificial insemination. Because if you read the Bible, it says that she was visited by angels, right? People from the heavens that came and put the baby in her. They were like, here you go. So, I mean, someone from the ancient times, I feel like, oh, someone visited me and made me pregnant without fucking me. Like, what does that mean? It's just like, but now that we know that it's possible to get someone pregnant without having sex, via artificial insemination. I think maybe it was possible that.
So you think the aliens came down, did that to Mary, like inserted Jesus, and then like once they saw the result, they were like, "I'm not doing that. We're not doing that again. Back to the drawing board."
They killed him, even make it a 40.
We marched this poor guy out, and he's got slaughtered. We can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my theory on that. And also, by the way, Joseph. I mean, the guy was a cuck. I mean,
yeah.
He's just like. I mean, I don't know if he was a cuck, but it was just like
they were going out. They were going out before. Like that was the whole thing. I think they were obviously married. I think there was dating in the Bible.
They were going steady. We'll say they were going steady.
You'll call it going steady.
And all of a sudden, Mary shows up one day and she's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm pregnant." It's like, what?
Could have been the greatest lie ever told by Mary. Like she gets knocked up. She knows like if you commit adultery or something, like you're done. So she's probably just like, "No, listen, Joseph, I didn't cheat on you. You don't understand." God,
angels.
This is the son of God in here. And then he bought in. But the thing, like, and then if he's a kid and then she just like drives it home, like you are the son of Christ, and he just grows up believing every ounce of that, like, and he dies for it. Oh man, that's probably what happened. That would suck.
Think about like not even like that, but think about all the other. Like all the everything that's happened since then with Christianity and all.
Yeah, well, I don't like to think about that because it really spiraled out of control. It's terrible.
No, like I'm not even saying so much. Just like think about how much impact that one, if it was a lie, that one lie had, where she thought she was just like saving her ass from getting in trouble with her boyfriend. Also, she just set off a whole butterfly effect chain of events
for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Are you buying or selling?
Well, are we? So again, like, are we like
everything that he said? Are you buying it?
No,
Overall,
I think he was a real person, and I think there was like great things that he did. I think he was a great man, but do I think he was the son of God? This might be blasphemous, but I'm gonna say no. I'm selling.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna buy it.
You're buying it. Okay,
I'm buying it. That's a pretty terrible way to die. Crucifixion.
Yes.
If you read the Wikipedia page, it's like, you don't die of bleeding out or pain and shock and stuff. You just suffocate, and it takes like a whole day.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
And you get thirsty and they give you vinegar to drink instead of water.
In the Passion of the Christ, they just put a big sponge on the end of a spear and just like shove it in his face. It's like, ow. Laugh at that, but no, you laugh about it now. It's a long time ago, but it's you go through all that hell for this. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, might as well believe him. If you look at his overall message, like you could tell he's just like, you could edit all the ton of stuff. The message was simple. You're God's creation. Just like, do what you do. Just be nice. That's a great message. No, you don't have to do the whole like gays are terrible and like, that whole thing.
Yeah, again, that kind of spiraled out of control. But yeah, no, I mean, listen, he had a great message. I mean, listen, like whether I believe in God or religion or whatever, I try to live my life by the golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated.
It's a great rule.
Right there. That's all you need to know. Forget about adultery and lie and bearing false witness and having false idols. Like just treat people how you want to be treated. That's it.
Yeah. Well, like, or just like, don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's really what it. Don't be a dick.
And Jesus, like, and then like, the way that he died, if he was this nice, like the whole way through, like get the miracles out of here. He just like these people, like they loved it. And he was just like, it's like a cult, but the opposite, it's actually like, just come children, like it's all good. And then like the way that he got treated by, a certain bunch of people, I'm saying, they were dicks. They are dicks. They were dicks.
They acted as dicks. Yes, they were dicks.
Even if he wasn't, like, shut up. Just tell Jesus to like get out of here. So you don't have to fucking like make a whole, go to Pontius Pilate and just be like, burn him. He's a witch. Fucking idiots.
And those morons let Barabbas go. Who knows what else he did after they let him go?
Fucking Barabbas, that loser. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, like, went through a lot. You might as well buy in, at least for the effort. I mean, what happens if you don't? What's the point of not believing? It's like that. What's that principle? I forget. It's the agnostic point of view.
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, it was something's pendulum. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
But it's like what's the point of being an atheist? Like, there's no benefit in it other than being like the guy who's a smart ass or thinks he knows everything at the bar.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not like I was raised Catholic, right? I went to Catholic school my whole life, like
Yeah, same.
Grammar school.
We saw the holes.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I don't think just because some guy in a funny hat is saying something means that it should be true. But it doesn't mean that I don't believe in a God or I don't believe in an afterlife or anything like that. So I just don't believe in these like made up rules. Like
I bust God's balls like to myself. Like I like to think that I could just talk to him whenever I want. And like when the Bucks are like in a really tight game, I'll just be like, God will suck your dick if we can pull this one out. I swear to God, swear to you.
And then he's like, I don't like gays. Make them lose.
Yeah, start him off 2-0 and just be like, you're gay. Lose everything from this point on.
Smite him. Go.
Oh man. All right. So you're selling, I'm buying. It's got to be like a first take thing. You know, you got to show both sides, unless it's completely obvious. But, you know, and also one last thing before we move on. You know, it's hilarious that probably most people, I'd say 70% of the country or world doesn't realize the Bible or the depictions of Jesus. Those were all painted during the French Renaissance. So that's why everybody in the Bible looks like French, white, beautiful locks of hair and this and that. They were in like the Middle East.
Yeah.
They were in like Saudi Arabia, Jerusalem.
Very, very dark skinned.
They were definitely fucking like, you know,
Arab.
Muslims,
Yeah.
Arab,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. No, my favorite is Black Jesus.
Yeah. Well, the soundbite that we're gonna send you is actually relates to everything you're saying there with Black Jesus.
You ever see the Korean Jesus?
No. Well, can't rule that out.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the Korean churches, they have like Korean Jesuses hanging up, but that's another conversation.
Back in Pangea.
Mm.
No, it wasn't Pangea. Pangea happened.
Millions.
Oh man. All right. So let's get to our fourth segment here, which is a Ask a Gay. Okay. Speaking of gay stuff, this show always gets gay quick. It's my fault for being gay.
Just get your gay all over everything.
What do you got?
So is there a gay friend zone? Because I know like a lot of times like gay people I tend to hang out with each other, right? I mean I know you don't, but like they usually kind of hang out with each other. Is there a lot of like, is it kind of like we have a group of like guys and girls where like they kind of
do you think it's either the probably definitely, because I mean the best way I could talk to it is at my grandma's cabana, so like 4 cabanas down.
Where's this going?
Nowhere. Don't worry about it. Couple cabanas down is a gay dude who's like 5 years older, and like it's just 7 to 10 gay guys at all time, like either just like playing ping pong, grilling burgers, this and that. And it's like it's either they're just like they're all gonna go home and have sex together, or they're just friends.
I was gonna say, like, does that just turn into one big orgy, or is it just
I just don't know. I mean, like I'd like to say that like it's just, you know, they're friends hanging out, which is probably what it is, but like, you know, you're a man, like having a dick, it's something, and like a man's brain and a dick is just like, you like trannies do what you want, but like if you're a woman putting on a dick, like you don't know what you're doing, you don't have the tools to use it.
No, you don't understand how to use it. Because there's a disconnect between the brain and the dick.
Yeah,
your brain's telling you to do one thing, like
because all you're doing, like when you have a dick, like you don't have to like think it's just always, no matter what, is gonna feel like amazing, you know. Yeah. Whereas girls, you're getting something stuck into you, so like your brain's probably a little bit more like, hey, I don't want to, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's it's supposed to feel good for them too. Otherwise, everyone would just be rape. It wouldn't be, there'd be no consensual sex. It'd just be rape all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because I mean, if you got a group of friends, like, you know, guys and girls, like over time, especially if you've been friends with them for like a while, over time, people hook up with each other here and there. You know,
not us.
I'm sure it's just. You don't think it's the same thing with gay people? We're like,
no, I don't know. Well, it depends where you are.
You get a little too drunk one night and you hook up with Brad, and then Joey hooks up with Chandler. I don't know. I'm just naming.
Definitely happens. Yeah, that definitely happens.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. I mean, like, just to like bring the point back that I made is like we think with your dicks. Like the dick can overpower the brain so easily, and a vagina can too, but just so not as easy because you're getting something stuck into you. You don't know how big it is. It's a man. It's a fucking like grizzly bear, you know, like no matter what. And they could just like whatever overpower, and it's terrifying. So they're hesitant. So it's not as easy to get laid like that when you have like boy and girl like 50-50 mix at a party, and you're all friends and you hang out, and like all of a sudden Kathy's with Brad and all that shit. With dudes, like it could just be like, hey, fucking let's go, all of you.
You want to fuck?
Suck my dick. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. This kind of got away from my original question though. The friend zone, is that like, so I guess with that, you think that happens, or there's just like,
I would not be, no, I mean, it probably does, but like, fuck that.
I feel like gay people, they just like, I feel like gay people just fuck a lot more than straight people.
Yeah, because we're just like,
you're all guys, just
like, guys. I mean, like that's every single guy's motive, no matter what, gay or straight. Like you just have to fuck.
Yeah,
you just have to go, and if you can't, then you got to jerk off. Like just how it goes. The balls is a manufacturer. All right, the balls is just a power plant down there. Just like you know,
yeah,
you gotta manufacture all this stuff, and like no trucks come. Like what are you gonna?
And remember, if you don't use it, you lose it. So you gotta
exactly.
You gotta use it.
But like men are all on the same page. You know,
okay.
They could play like a girl and just be like, you know, like I don't know if I'm ready for that. It's just like, you know, like shut the fuck up. Didn't bring you over here just to talk. You know that. Like that's just how we do things. But you know, blowing a load, it feels great. I don't know what girls get.
I can't argue with that. I mean,
we get it so much better than them in sex, right? Have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. Because I mean, they half the time they leave just like dazed and confused. Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I didn't get anything out of that. Is he done? Really? 90 seconds? That's it?
Yeah.
Like, you know. Yeah. No, we definitely get the, because we always finish.
Oh, well,
you know,
not me.
Well,
but
most of the time we finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, you always hear about girls like faking orgasms. Like, I've never faked an orgasm.
Yeah.
You know,
the one girl I had, she was orgasming.
That's true.
Obviously, she had to have faked it.
Well, no, you faked it too, didn't you?
Yeah, it was the whole thing was fake.
It was a farce.
The whole thing was just a couple of minds, just not where they wanted to be. But she loved it. Like I brought up like a million times. But
yeah, I mean, there's a old Dave Chappelle bit where it's like sex is a race and I always win. I think it's Dave Chappelle's, either him or Chris Rock.
Yeah,
where it's like sex is a race and I always end up winning.
Yeah. You got to get a Bumble account or something.
Got to get a Bumble.
Yeah, I haven't used Bumble. I've heard of it. People have told me, but like I already found the answer. It's Grindr. You don't have a Grindr. You have to find something that's like that. Just put like
Tinder, Bumble. I mean, Bumble is supposedly
Tinder blows.
Yeah, Tinder. I'm not a fan of. Bumble is supposedly better for the girls because like they have to initiate the conversation. Like you don't see the matches; they have to message you first.
Get a Bumble account and put the picture of you handling fish in like your whole like perfect storm outfit, like your John C. Reilly. You know, with like the yellow, like rain coat or whatever. Yeah. You know,
get some yellow,
holding a salmon, smiling. You just look Diesel. That's what I do.
Double fist and salmon.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, but yeah, to answer your question, yeah, there probably is. Do I ever want to be a part of one? No. Absolutely not. You know, then it's just a burden. It's a ball and chain of a friend.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Well, I mean, no one wants to be in the friend zone. It usually happens,
especially with a gay person, unless you're a chick. If you're a guy with, you know, I mean, I like to consider myself a good friend, but there are some gay dudes who just want to gossip and they just want to sing and they just want to like, you know, hey, you want to watch the fucking Pacers game? No, hey, can we watch fucking Sound of Music? Like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Leave.
Leave. Exactly. So that's what the gay friend zone is in a nutshell.
You want to watch the Sound of Music.
Right. Okay, let's get to our fourth. Okay, I was about to say fifth. Okay. I jumped ahead here. All right, fifth segment. Let there be what's good. Okay, so we both got to reminisce and listen to Run Around Sue by Dion and the Belmonts. Mm-hmm. So, you know what? I'm going to go first in this one. I'm going to go first. All right. So this song is, I've been listening to it forever. It's in Little Big League. It's a great montage scene when they start winning ball games. It's Run Around Sue. like climbing up the win column. It's like the A's with the 20-game winning streak. That's where I got it. But then you sit down, you listen to the lyrics, and like it's a swinging 50 song. It's great. It's a feel-good song. And then you sit here and you're 27 years old, and you stare at the lyrics after you've heard this song a million times, and you just realize it's about this whore, this slut, Sue.
Hey, she's a hussy, okay?
She's a bitch. This poor guy, Dion. She's got his heart. She stole it.
I mean, the first line, or one of the first lines of the song is, "She took my love, then ran around with every single guy in town."
Yeah, every single one of them.
Yeah, it's not like she just cheated on you with one guy. Like, she's just every guy. She's just walking around, crab walking down the street with her legs open.
Yep,
waiting to catch a dick.
You get Sue in your friend zone. Going back to the last segment, like
if you
Sue's banging everybody.
If you get friend zone with Sue, you're doing something wrong, because she's just catching dicks left and right.
Imagine being in high school and like you knew she was a slut and her nickname around the entire school was Run Around Sue. Like that, instead of calling her a slut, she's Run Around.
Yeah,
Run Around Sue.
Run Around Sue over there.
Who's that? Oh, it's Run Around Sue. Well, why do they call that? She's been with every single guy in town.
It's funny. There's actually one of this all-girl high school near my house called Maria Regina. And one of the famous alumni is Lucy Lovelace, who, if you probably don't know, but like one of the original, like one of the first mainstream like porn movies, Deep Throat.
Oh,
she was like the star in it, and she went to that school. Yeah, she went to that school. So they call that school. They call the girl. It's Little Whores in the Hill. That's what they call it.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's nice, but yeah, that's actually it's an interesting plot synopsis. It turns out that she is a girl who it's a medical anomaly, and her G spot is in her throat.
Oh,
so the doctor has to find it.
Wait, what's a G spot?
It's like, believe me, I've been asking that question for years.
Is it the clit?
No, well, I mean, it's supposed to be like in the vagina, but it's like a spot. Like once you hit it, it's like. That's like you want to hit that spot. Okay. Like the clit is kind of the same thing, but
some guys just go straight in. You gotta curve in. You gotta hook it around the trees. It's a dog leg left.
It's a very mythical thing, but it's like I guess you don't like watch porn, but you know, like if you
I watch porn, but there's none of this. There's no G spot.
Straight porn. I'm saying. I mean, like the girl's getting fucked. She's like, oh, right there. Like that's when you're hitting the G spot. You know, like you're in that spot where it's like you just keep it there and you're gooch. You're Gucci. You know, you just I mean, it is a mythical thing. They've tried to find it through science to no avail. There's no, but hers was in her throat. That was the whole thing in the movie.
Okay, so and then she could deep throat. Like that's a crazy talent. Like I try to scrub the back of my tongue sometimes and like automatic gag.
Just end up throwing up.
Yeah, and like you know, that's why I can't suck a dick, because if I do, I look like an idiot. I just like, and it's gross.
But you just gotta find a guy with a little dick.
There's no such thing as a small boner. A boner is a boner. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, I guess. I haven't seen many boners, but
yeah, you have.
Well, I mean, no, I've watched porn, but like that's different. Like all
you don't notice the boner?
No, I notice it, but they're all huge. Like I don't see like normal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but those are porn stars. I'm not looking at Joe Schmo walking down the street. That guy's got a little dick. Like I don't know. Like, you don't.
I got a thing for black guys, so like that's why that could explain why they're always so massive. Yeah. But even when the white guys they're all big. You know, it's never fun. And plus, like, what if they jerked off like an hour ago? I don't want to. It's probably all crusty. You know, gross. But so yeah,
run around Sue.
Run around Sue. Yeah, so she's a slut. Always has been, always will be. What do you got?
Yeah, no, I mean it's just I mean anyone who's ever been betrayed by a potential lover or a former lover, like they could relate with this song, because basically he's saying he gave his heart to her, he gave his all to her, and she's just like, nah,
trap. It was a trap.
I'm gonna fuck your friend. I'm gonna fuck your cousin. I'm gonna
fuck your mother. I'm gonna fuck your father.
Exactly. I mean,
everybody in town, every single guy in town.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how now. Now, a little fun fact. I was telling this to you. One of my friends in high school, his grandfather knew Dion and the Wanderer, or no, Dion and the Belmonts.
Belmonts, yeah.
Yeah, because he lived in the Bronx, and Belmont Ave in the Bronx, that's where they came from. So it's not like they're in, Hicksville, Indiana. Like they're in the Bronx. Yeah. They're in the Bronx. Like the Bronx is big. There's a lot of people in the Bronx. She's fucking every guy in the Bronx. Like
you should ask him if he knows who Run Around Sue is.
She's just like
maybe he fucked her.
Who, my friend or his grandpa?
Yeah, his grandpa.
Oh yeah, I haven't talked to that kid in years. I got to go back and look, but yeah, it's possible. I mean, if she fucked every guy in the Bronx, then yeah, he must have fucked her.
So funny how that was like a legendary like song in kids movies, and it was just like this guy in like a really jolly way, just calling his fucking girlfriend a slut who fucked everybody, and she's a bitch, and she always will be.
Yeah,
no, you stole my heart, you bitch.
It's a real nice way to go about it, I guess.
Yeah, but all right. So let's get to our 6th and final segment before we get to the classic 4-pack of questions. We got some haikus. All right. So, what is your haiku today?
All right. Okay. Ooey gooey cheese. Can't help you find the remote. Figure it out, slut.
Oh boy. Ooey gooey cheese. Can't find the remote.
I can't help you find the remote.
I can't help you find the remote. Figure it out yourself, slut.
Figure it out, slut.
Figure it out, slut. All right. So let's just start with the facts in the beginning. All right. Oozy goozy cheese. What does it mean? Where does it come from? I don't know. Who knows?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe. Exactly. So let's move back and let's just keep going forward. Maybe we'll make sense later. So we can't find the remote. The remote is gone.
Yeah. But the thing is, I can't help you find it.
Yeah. You can't. And there's ooey gooey cheese. That's a tongue twister. So there's a lost remote that you can't help me find. And there's ooey gooey cheese. And then figure it out yourself, slut. So I think that this is about an uncircumcised dick, a guy with one, and there's dick cheese in there. So that explains the ooey gooey cheese, the inside of the tube of the uncircumcised penis. And he's just walking around naked with his like tube dick, just walking around. It's his place. It's his own place. He's got his girl with him. Okay. And she wants to change the channel to the Macy's Day Parade or something, you know, something a girlfriend wants to watch. Like you're watching sports. She's like looking for the remote to change the channel off football. And you're just like, figure it out, slut. And
yeah,
I think
that could be meant two ways too. It could be figure it out, find the remote, or like I'll change the channel for you, but you got to figure it out. Like, what are you gonna do with this ooey gooey dick cheese?
Yeah, like he just, or like just to rewind with that, like he's got the channel on that he wants to watch, and she's sitting there like, "Where's the remote?" And he's just like, "Figure it out, slut." Like, I'm watching football, fucking like you go find it. And then his uncircumcised dick is just totally uncleaned, just filled with gross dick cheese. Probably smells like Cheetos.
Fermunda cheese.
Yeah, oof. You would know. You're a big cheese guy.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, wow, you really took that somewhere.
I did, didn't I? Yeah. I got lost in that one. Did you have was there did I hit the nail on the head?
No, well, I mean, the cheese came from because I made like a little bit of food before I got on. I put some like cheese in a tortilla and I put it in the oven. So just like some ooey gooey cheese.
Ooey gooey cheese.
I don't know. The rest will just kind of throw it in there. But yeah, I guess we're talking about dick cheese now.
Talking about a really unhealthy relationship is like the overarching theme here.
And a very unhealthy penis.
Yes, exactly. He's in control of the relationship. He's irresponsible. This poor girl, she just wants to watch Macy's Day Parade. And like, he's just like figured out, probably rips a fart, like picks out the cheese out of his dick, flicks it on the floor, you know,
clean it up,
burps, cracks open a beer.
Just fitting every stereotype, right?
Yeah. That's what I think of when you have an uncircumcised dick. I just think of like a trailer trash. Disgusting. Why wouldn't you like kind of sick parents? I mean, like if I had an uncircumcised dick, I wouldn't do it. You know, once I realized that I had that.
Oh no, yeah, you can't. Once you're an adult, you can't do it. It's too guys. Because even if you do want to get it done, if you do like a medical procedure where they put you under, like you still like can't use your dick for like weeks.
Oh my god!
Like you can't, like if you get hard, like the stitches will pop. Like,
oh, what about random boners?
That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta just like you can't like you just have to take a bunch of estrogen and hope you don't get boners.
That's on the parents. That's on the parents. Yeah. Apparently, it feels better in sex when you do have an uncircumcised one.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's what I heard. Because I guess
you got more nerves.
Yeah, if it's covered all the time and all of a sudden it pops its little head out,
it just blossoms.
Like,
just kind of
toothpaste coming out of a tube, just like
ooh, yeah, or like never mind. I was gonna say something gross. But,
what?
Yeah.
What? You haven't said anything gross yet. Go ahead.
Well, I was thinking of something. I was thinking of like when you have a lead pencil and you click it and the lead comes out. But I was terrified that I was going to make it sound like it's like lead going into the penis. So that's why I shouldn't have even brought it up. But I didn't want to look like an idiot. So I had to tell you what. That's good. All right. I have to go to my haiku here.
Yeah,
I have to piss so bad. We're definitely gonna have a commercial break after my haiku.
Okay.
But this is a great haiku, I think. Okay. The big floppy clit was running against the wind. Dutch ovens tonight.
All right. So the big floppy clit was running against the wind. Dutch ovens tonight.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is this guy is going down on his girlfriend, right? And he's under the covers, and she just lets one rip. One that's like, you ever get a fart, like if you're sitting a weird way and it gets stuck and then it comes up like between like your balls and your thigh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happened, but it just came up and created like a wind tunnel vortex like in Yankee Stadium. And the clit just started flapping in the breeze.
Oh, the fart breeze.
Yeah. Either that or he farted on her clit and then trapped her under the Dutch oven.
Yeah.
I mean, because we started off the show talking about farting on titties. Why can't you fart on clits? I mean, it's a vibration.
Especially a big floppy one.
Are you sure that's not just a penis?
No. I mean, I don't know.
Is that a really big clit or a really small dick? I can't tell.
But it's just flopping in the wind. And like, I threw the Dutch oven thing in there, like as the curveball to see like your creativity skills. And I'm not disappointed. Farting on the clit and it's just against the wind.
Yeah. Either that or
fart on my clit.
Or maybe it could be that, or the guy is just like motorboating her clit. Right? Just like, but then
where does the Dutch oven come from?
Well, like she gets like so like wrapped up in everything, she just like lets one rip, and he just gets stuck under there because she like seizes up and like locks his head in with her legs, and he's just stuck in there.
Yeah,
Dutch oven to death.
Yeah, just gassed. But yeah, a big floppy clit. That's got to be. Ugh.
It's a tough one.
Gotta look gross. All right. Let's hit a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back to our classic 4-pack of questions. Okay. I gotta piss so bad. BRB.
Okay.
Oh!
She goes out with other guys, and the moral of the story from the guy who knows who to do. Keep away from around Sudan. She goes out with other guys in the morning of the storm. I'm the guy who knows. He loves to go.
Oh boy, filled that all the way to the top. Oh, that's good. It's gonna be
You filled your toilet all the way to the top?
No, the piss jug. Filled all the way to the brim. I'm gonna have to like walk to the sink like I'm carrying a bomb.
You don't have a lid for it?
No.
You just
it's just a picture from a blender. You see it?
I thought you got like one of those like gallon like milk jugs or something. You piss.
No, I use the same one.
You have an open piss container, you animal. Oh my god. It's savage.
Anyway, hit it, Kane. Keep that in. All right. Didn't mean for me to expose myself with my piss jug. You get it. My bathroom is so far away. Like, it's insanely far away. I'm like,
it's up a flight of stairs, right?
It's up an entire flight of stairs and then across the entire width of the house. Or, the length of it. It's as far away as it possibly could be. Cannot stress that anymore. I'm like right at the front door. The furthest point of my apartment is the bathroom.
Yeah, that's very poor, feng shui, interior designing. Like it's like in my I think I've said this on here, but like in my house, like the bathroom is right in the kitchen, the dining room area. So it's like someone's eating dinner and someone has to like shit. Like
you're gonna have Thanksgiving. Somebody's gonna be making like a crisp turkey for the entire family. We're gonna give thanks to each other. We're just gonna sit at a table and share some stories. And then like Uncle Steven takes a humongous dump. And he hadn't had much to eat today, but he had buffalo wings the night before, and he loaded up some beers in his stomach, and it just comes out toxic. Yeah. And it's just gross. And like it takes 4 flushes to get all the skid marks off the toilet. And then the smell just sinks into the turkey, and Thanksgiving's ruined.
Yeah. I mean, he leaves the door open when he comes out, and everyone's just sitting there ready to eat, and it's just like wafts in.
Yep. Exactly. All right. So anyway, question number 1 here. All right. Mm-hmm. What's a random subject that you know way more about than any other person or just people in general? What's a random thing that you know everything there is to know about?
Well, I got a couple things.
I knew you would. You definitely have so many niche like shits that you know everything about.
I mean, well, one of them first off is fish. I mean, I don't know more than everybody, but I know more than 90% of people about fish, I'd say.
Or is it all fish or is it just salmon?
No, we had a lot of different kinds of fish.
Okay, but salmon's like top seller.
Yeah, salmon is definitely the big seller. Makeup is another one.
Yep.
Having to have sold makeup for a while, and just like history in general. Like I just have a weird, like when I was younger, I used to watch the History Channel, like just watch it, like whatever those like boring ass documentaries.
Oh yeah, I used to watch Vietnam.
Yeah, Vietnam, World War II, Civil War. You know who Ken Burns is?
No.
He makes all these like 13-hour-long documentaries about stuff. He did the history of baseball. He did the Civil War. When I was like,
oh, so you just talk about the history of things? Yeah.
When I was like in like 6 or 7 years old, like it was like a 10-part VHS series, the history of the Civil War. Oh. I sat there and I watched the whole thing, and the whole documentary was just like pictures and drawings, and this guy just like narrating it. And I sat there and I watched it. As like a 6-year-old, like what 6-year-old does that?
Yeah.
Like my history knowledge is so ridiculous. When I was in high school, junior year, we took American history, and I didn't take a single note the entire year. And for most of the year, my average was about 150.
Wow.
Like it got to the point where, because we would take the test, right? And I would get like basically 100 on it, maybe like one question wrong. And people would do so bad on it that she had to curve everyone else's. But like she had to curve mine too. But like I had 100, so I just
had the ability to kind of just sit there and like I always wanted to be this guy because taking notes like is whatever, but I would still zone out. But you like when the teacher was talking about like Archduke Ferdinand getting killed or something like that, you're sitting there with your arms crossed, sitting back, just like oh my god, like you're watching the fucking fucking plot twist happened.
That's literally what I did. Like I would sit there with my arms crossed, just like lean back, just like. And I would never have anything on my desk, not a pen, not a notebook. And like one time, like a kid wasn't taking notes, and she yelled at him. She's like, "Why? Take notes. Take out your notebook." And he's like, "Well, how come he doesn't have to take notes?" She's like, "Well, Tones has 150 average. He doesn't have to take notes.
He's sitting here listening, enjoying the ride."
I'm just like, "Yep."
You should be a history teacher. Maybe that's your calling.
No, I don't have patience.
I don't
have patience.
I'm not asking you to be a doctor.
No, I don't have patience for idiots.
I just cried. I fucked up the delivery. That was a good joke, though.
Yeah, I know that was a bad joke. I get where you're getting at.
No, I would be a great one. I'd be a great history teacher. I would get him. We'd buy in, and like, you know, if a kid fails a test, but hey, Johnny, like, what happened on this last test? Well, I thought you knew. I thought you were gonna ace it. You know, just like really get him pumped up and like study and you know,
like, history's dumb. Why do we have to learn about shit that happened in the past? It's in the past.
Yeah, exactly. It's the past. It's the future. You know, it's just like no, you need to sit down and learn, little Johnny.
History repeats itself.
Exactly. So in a way, I'm preparing you for the future. So sit down, shut up, and listen. So I have roller coasters. I am a roller coaster nerd. Well, I knew everything. Like I could tell you the fastest roller coasters, tallest, longest, everything. All the world record holders, like how fast every roller coaster goes, how tall it is. I could sit here and tell you that Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure has a 215-foot drop and it's 230 feet tall and it goes maximum 83 miles an hour. Like I know all that shit. King Dakar 456 feet tall, 428 feet drop, and it goes 128 miles an hour max speed.
128, Jesus.
Yeah, the ride is insane.
Yeah, I haven't been back to Six Flags. I went when I was young. Nitro was like new when I went. I remember that was
was like the 90s then.
Yeah,
was a long time ago.
I was like in 4th grade maybe.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Yeah,
like
so
2003.
It was like relatively new at that point. But is that the one where you're climbing up and it's like, oh, you're now at the height of the pyramids of Giza? Like,
no, it's just there's no pyramids of Giza. No,
not like they don't have the actual pyramids, but there was like signs as you're climbing up saying like now you're at the height of the Eiffel Tower. Now you're like it was letting you know how high in the air you were. Maybe it was Nitro.
It definitely wasn't Nitro. Nitro hasn't changed. You just slowly go up. There's no signs. There's no jokes. You just go up and you drop and you go fucking flying.
It's all about its business.
Yeah. But King Dakar was like, that was because I went to that camp that I was bringing up where it was like, we just hit every amusement park on the East Coast. So like, I would just sit there and just research what we're going to. Cause like once I got on one and like fell in love with going on roller coasters, I wanted to see what we were doing.
Yeah.
And King Dakar was a white whale. Like they announced that when we were in like 8th grade, and I couldn't wait. You know, I saw the pictures of what it was going to look like. I'm like, holy fucking shit! When I went on, me and my buddy Kaz waited. I don't know, probably 3 straight hours. Like no joke, like 1, 2, and 3. To the point we waited so long, we got into the station. We were like, we might as well sit here and fucking wait for the front of the ride. You know, it's a way longer line, but we've sat here for 3 hours. Might as well just get in line for the fucking front seat. Yeah. So we did, and like we underestimated how fast 128 miles an hour is. You know, it's 0 to 128, and you're in the front row, like, and you get your picture afterwards. Our faces were like smushed,
especially when there's no windshield to like.
Yeah, and it was early in the morning, and it was like Fright Fest, so it was cold.
Yeah,
no windshield, but you roll out and you're just staring up at that tower.
So let me ask you: you're a front of the roller coaster guy or back of the roller coaster?
Back.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say the back
you get pulled. Yeah,
they're like over the.
Yep.
The front, you're carrying along everyone behind you, but
and you lose some of the drop. But it depends on the ride. Like it, you know, Nitro's fun to go on front row because there's so much sightseeing and it's like the weird seats. But I mean, the bottom line, I mean, I know everything there is to know about rides. That's it. You know, you want to find like you're in a state and you're like, hey Tom, I'm like in the mood to go on some rides. Like
where's the nearest roller coaster?
Where's the nearest ride?
Yeah, that's like cousin J Mac at Disney World. Like he's been there so many times. You'll just be like. You just come out of a small world. It's like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. And he's like, oh, nearest bathroom. You're going to walk past, that. Like, he just tells you exactly. He'll give you directions to every bathroom. He'll tell you, like, where the nearest, food shack is or whatever. Like, he just knows where. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I also, I never threw up on rides ever. But I came close one time was with that Zumanjaro drop tower because me and my buddy got there. It was just him and I. It was probably 3 years ago. So we were 24. So I walk in, I grab my map after we pay for our tickets. We open it up and like we grab a beer and then we just I map out the day. Like I know this part like the back of my hand. Like it's 10 a.m. Everybody's going to King Dakar right now. So we're going to go to the opposite park. We're going to go to Nitro. It's probably about a 10-minute wait. So we'll hit that. Like, you know, we'll map it out. But we probably had like 3 beers each. And then eventually we made our way to Zumanjaro. We were going to King Dakar. The line was outrageous. Then we saw Zumanjaro, no line. And we were like, that's weird. This ride is like brand new. You'd think there's a line out the fucking door. So it was the worst ride of all time. It was terrifying. Ruined. I don't think I can go on a roller coaster again. I'm terrified again. It was the scariest thing I've ever done. I'll never do that again. Couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. You'd have to pay me.
What was so bad about it?
You go up the entire to the top of fucking King Ka, which is like 450 feet, and then you just drop looking straight like ahead, and you go 90 miles an hour straight down. Like that made me sick, first of all. But like the biggest drop coaster I probably ever been on was like 180 feet, which is like really fucking high up. But 450 feet, like think about that. And it's like a slow going up, and you can't see the top. You don't know when it ends. You're just looking straight ahead. So when you're like at 200 feet, you still have more than half to go. You think you're done? You're not even close.
Yeah.
By the time you're up there, you could see like Pennsylvania. Then you sit there for like 25 seconds, and then you just fucking fall. You have no idea when you're gonna fall.
Oh, it's like one of those. It's not. So it's not a roller coaster. It just
No,
brings you up and just drop. It's okay. Yeah. So it's like one of the. Gotcha. It's like a Tower of Terror kind of deal.
Yes. Except it's huge, so tall. It was like I got off shaking. Like I was shaking. I almost couldn't stand. People were waiting in line. They're like, "How was it?" I was just like, "Don't turn back. Just turn back. Get out of here." I went and tried to have a smoke in the cigarette zone, and like I was like, I had my hands on my knees, just like about to throw up everything, but escaped it. But never go on that ride. I had to go back and redo my vows. That'd be a funny documentary, just going around Six Flags doing like roller coaster reviews.
We should do that. We should make content out of it.
Make a deal with like the people who like put the cameras on the front of roller coasters.
Yeah. Or just go get a GoPro, strap it to your chest.
Yeah, that too. But yeah. All right. So question number 2. Would you take this is an interesting one. I'm excited for this. Would you take shout out Heat?
Yeah, I heard that.
You heard that? Would you take a 50% chance of dying instantly by way of fire for $100 billion if you live?
So
it's like a button. We'll imagine it as a button.
So this is what kind of I just wanted to get a little clarification. So you're set on fire, right?
Right.
And there's 50% chance that you live?
No. If you get lit on fire, you die.
Okay. So
you're pressing a button. If you get the right 50% of the odds, you live and you get the $500 billion. If you get the wrong, you just sit there and burn alive until you die.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough because I know you're a huge like you know what? Like, what's the point of living if like you didn't get to see if you have $100 billion?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
I mean, if you said like you played Russian roulette with like 3 bullets in a 6 bullet chamber, and you just play with like that, like 50-50 chance of just like dying instantly, I would do that in a heartbeat. But
I think that was the original question I got, but I changed it to burned alive.
Yeah, the burned alive definitely changes it up. Because like
you press a button and you get the wrong odds, you just engulf in flames. It's over. Like, you just sit there like, oh, I should have pressed it.
Stop, time and roll.
Stop, no.
Yeah, that's I don't know. What are you thinking?
No way.
No way.
I'd think about it for like the maximum time limit.
Because $100 billion is a lot.
It's almost too much. I don't even need that much.
I'll take $1 billion, man. Give me $1 billion.
Yeah, but
I mean,
a lot of people think that burning alive is the worst way to go.
Yeah, other than
just being tortured piece by piece.
Right. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. I mean, burning alive is the worst way to go because it's just you're just watching yourself melt away, basically. I mean, you're feeling every bit of it. And you think at some point you just like have so much pain, you just have a heart attack and die, or is it just like you?
You go into shock eventually, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I think you suffocate too. I mean, everything burns. It's like your organs burn pretty quick once it gets like through the bone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible. It's number one way to go.
I'm gonna have to say no. Especially after, I mean, I know you don't watch Game of Thrones, but there's this one character she's a fire priestess, and her thing is they sacrifice people by setting them on fire.
Yeah.
And one of the characters, she convinces him that if he wants to win this battle he's about to go into, he has to sacrifice his daughter. So like they burn this.
Stannis?
Yeah. Okay.
Burn her alive?
Yeah, they burn his daughter. And that's like that sound, like her like screeching is one of like the most painful, like sad, just like you listen to that and you only want to cook after that.
She was like the nerd daughter. Didn't he have 2 daughters?
No, he had 1 daughter. She had like the scales on her face.
Oh yeah. Oh, good reason to accept. I would probably actually really, 100 billion, you could easily fucking, psych yourself into doing it, and underestimate what burning alive. You just have to get yourself psyched up to burn alive, like it's going to happen. Like sit there for hours. Like this is what it's going to feel like. It's going to be fucking the worst goddamn thing for 5 minutes, maybe more. And then you die. But, $100 billion. I'm good. Yeah. No, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I'd rather just work and like make a living.
Yeah, like my life sucks now, but it's better than being on fire.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be terrible. But some people would do it. That'd be a hell of a show.
Yeah, it's just making a game show. It's just like a button and then like a broiler on top of them.
Yeah,
like a briefcase with $100 billion on the other side of the room. It's like,
but it's like the moment you press the button, you lose. It's instant flames.
Yeah.
Instant. Yep. If not, it's just like the doors open up and it's just like your bank account gets direct deposited and you're good.
It's like either the floor opens up and you drop into a fire pit, or the ceiling opens up and they drop $100 billion on you. Either way, you're gonna die. They drop that much money on you.
Yeah,
you get crushed.
That's why I said direct deposit. They just wire it in. That's if you're going through this 50-50 chance, like,
yeah. I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
If you catch me on a terrible day, like a really hard Bucks loss, I'd fucking do it. No joke. I think of that Panthers game that we lost. If they were like, you press this button, you lose, it's 50-50, you get burned on fire, or you win $100 billion. I'm fucking slapping that thing down. I'd ask them to burn me alive. Just kill me.
Keep the money. Just
keep the fucking money, dicks. I'll take the $100 billion and buy the Buccaneers. Is what I'll do.
I was going to say, you just go
fix
buy
the whole fucking thing. I'll fix the problem myself. All right. So, question number 3 here. You're watching the news and you see all of a sudden that you're wanted for murder and you didn't commit it. You know that. What are you going to do? What's your first move? You watch the news. You're just like, Anthony Priolo wanted for a murder of an old lady on the intersection of Montgomery and Apples.
First thing I'm doing is I'm calling Netflix and get them to start making a documentary about me.
That's the first thing you do?
Yeah, one of those making a murderer things, because if I'm innocent, I know I'm innocent.
Get a camera crew around immediately and have them watch the investigation.
Yep. And also that way I get famous, I get some money off of it. And also, like, I don't know if you've heard about this, but these guys that like in these the guy in Making a Murder and all these guys, like, girls are just obsessed with like these like violent criminals. Like Charles Manson, like he got married while he was in prison. Like girls just writing him letters. Like he's a lunatic.
I don't know how I have no idea how he like hypnotized so many people. He's so obviously nuts.
Yeah. Well, it's not even just him, but like all these like guys in jail, like these mass murderers and shit. And even like I don't know about Dahmer. There's one of them. I can't forget if it was who it was, but there's all these like serial killers when they're in jail, like women just write them letters, like throwing themselves at them.
Yeah. Well, it's like Cousin J-Mac brought up in that one episode, that guy who just saw a key and was able to fucking duplicate it with scrap metal or whatever, just based on seeing it for a glimpse. Like if you have that kind of mental power, like you can convince chicks to fuck you for sure.
It's true. But I think girls also, it's a combination of them liking the bad boy. And also like wanted to I want to fix you. I want to make you better.
You just defined Runaround Sue. That is how Runaround Sue lives her life. I want your heart and your dick.
I just want to mold it exactly how I want it.
I want it. And if you don't like it, then I'm out.
Yeah. I'll go find another guy that wants it.
I'll find the new one. I'm a slut,
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some murder groupies and get a documentary made about me.
I like that's smart. So I have a soundbite request here. So I'm gonna call this guy. So Barry Glazer is a lawyer, like who does these ad campaigns locally, and he's just all about vengeance. Like in his commercials, he'll just be like, I'm rich now. Money is secondary to me. I'm in it for vengeance. Like he's just like all about being the guy's your side. He's just like you go to Barry Glazer and just like I didn't do it. Like I didn't. I didn't. And you had to pay him hefty, but he's just gonna slam his fist down the table. He's like, I know you didn't do it, and we're gonna take it to the fucking streets.
We're gonna get vengeance.
We're gonna get vengeance on them slandering your name. You know, because once you get murderer painted on you, it's just like that's tough.
That paint don't come off.
Yeah, no, you know. And like, you know, you're just sitting there on the couch and you see it. So I'm going to Barry Glazer and I'm just letting him lead the way. I'm just gonna let him go. I mean, I like if I didn't do it, I think I'd do a good job of presenting myself, but I'd be terrified. They'd just be like, how much did you have to drink that night? I'll be like, well, quite a few. So maybe you didn't remember you did it. It's just like I can't deny it.
Yeah. Is he like a Better Call Saul kind of lawyer? Like he's just gonna.
That's exactly what he is.
He's like a ride or die. Like he also like he'll get you like a guy to like make you disappear too.
Yep, that's exactly what Barry Glazer is. And he's like down the street. His commercials go through like he probably airs commercials at least 50 times during a fucking Ravens game. He just like Baltimore just deals with them like Barry Glazer, attorney at law. Oh man. All right. Yeah. So Barry Glazer is my answer. Okay. So fourth question to wrap up the 4-pack in the show. What is the worst sound you've ever heard other than Stannis Baratheon's daughter getting burned alive?
Besides that, I have to go with Greg Petrillo's head.
Oh, I hate talking about this.
Yeah. Right. We've talked about it on here. The kid that
I hate this. I'm so happy I wasn't there, but I might as well have been.
On the pavement. It sounded like
a pumpkin?
No. Yeah, like if you smashed a pumpkin on the ground. Or even more like an egg. If you like threw an egg on the ground, like on the pavement. Like he just sounded
Farm
like
Squad, he's fine, by the way. I follow him on LinkedIn. He's got a job. He's fine. Okay,
he is fine. So
he does good. So this is all just somehow a fucking mystery how he didn't end up splattered.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He went through a tough like 2-month spell that senior year. He fell like 3 or 4 times, and he just had to.
Oh, he fell all the time. But that story was the worst because we lived on a very steep downhill fucking slope. Yeah, you know. And he was going downhill trying to catch a football.
Yeah, we were throwing a football, and he just started like it was like going over his head, so he started backpedaling, but like down the hill, and he just like leaned back too far, and he just his body hit, and then his head snapped back.
Yeah,
and it was the sound, it was like a pop.
He popped right back up though, right?
No. I mean, no. He was definitely out of it for the rest of the night. Like he definitely had some kind of concussion. Yeah, it was bad.
I hate that story. I hate this fucking story so much. It's something about whiplash hitting the back of your head in the ground freaks me out so much. You know? Yeah, exactly. It gives you a fucking
yeah. Just thinking about it, because everyone's hit their head hard.
Yeah,
one way,
and you try not to do it, but he's all right. Like I reported, he's totally fine. Just a misstep. I think I was asleep or something, but like I just heard the story. I kind of wish I did see. Well, no, I'm happy I didn't. I was gonna say I kind of wish I did see it, so that way I wouldn't draw it up so horribly in my mind. Like I wish I saw it, so that way like I didn't have to come up with the vision myself. Because I can only imagine it was terrible.
The vision is not much better. Like the actual vision.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, I have a little, contrary. Axl Rose, his voice in general, from Guns N' Roses. Anything that he sings, I just think it's the worst sound of all time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like some of this stuff is good, but like when he's full on Axl Rose, there's nothing worse in the world of music than Axl Rose going, it's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking dick.
Yeah, I don't get the whole Guns N' Roses. Like they have a couple good songs.
I don't either.
But it's like, like Sweet Child of Mine, fucking Welcome to the Jungle. Like that's cool.
Would you agree that I am a very knowledgeable rock and roll history
Yeah, I mean, you know more about rock and roll history than anyone I know. So,
and especially this era, the mid to late 80s into the mid 90s, and they were on top of the world. No reason. The only reason they were fucking on top of the world is because Slash wore a cool hat and he was really good at guitar, and fucking Axl Rose was just a sexy dude, and it was the the time of MTV.
Yeah,
that was it, and you got to see him.
Right.
Like Metallica never had music videos. Like they made it on music videos, and like you listen to them on the radio, you're like, oh my god, this song is so fucking annoying.
But when you got Slash playing guitar outside the chapel,
during Axl Rose's wedding, he's like, hey, excuse me, you gotta get out of here real quick.
Gotta get this riff out.
I gotta take a solo. Takes his solo, heads back into the church. But he was so annoying, and he was such a huge ego. Like that was the thing about Axl Rose too, and still to this day, his ego is so massive. He thinks he's better than everybody. And you sit down and look at the track record, his bit of work. Oh my god, it's really just insanely overrated.
Yeah, like I said, they have a couple of good songs, but that's
couple.
Yeah,
Motley Crue is better than them. Fucking people tell me Guns N' Roses are better than Metallica. I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Velvet Revolver is better than.
Once you get a soundbite of fucking Stand By Me in there, a little Kiefer. Just that way you see my nightmare there. But it was, I don't know. He's just the worst fucking voice. He can make it work, but because he's such a dick and he thinks he's so good, most of it is just a whole bunch of hooting and hollering, whole bunch of bullshit, wearing stupid pants and a bandana. I don't know. What an asshole. But anyway, that's the show. Tones, great episode. You got any post-show thoughts?
No, I'm kind of looking forward to this game tomorrow. I don't know. So we'll see.
Can't even talk about it.
Yeah, we'll see who has to strap on the nipple shockers and sing some Whitney. But yeah,
not even worried about that. I'm just more losing is going to be worse than that.
Yeah, no,
you'll be electrocuting a dead man. So I hope you feel happy about that. Just going to the morgue and fucking putting nipple shockers on a dead body and just watch what happens.
Yeah,
probably nothing. All right, so that's it. We'll talk to you next time, Bomb Squad. Let's go, Bucks.
No, Giants.